the Red Dead Online holiday event is well underway, and if you've been logging into play, hopefully you've been stacking that cash with a month-long bonuses, and as promised, today on the show, we will be proceeding with our Buyer's Guide, which is a series that I started to help players make the right decisions on if certain discounted purchases in Red Dead Online will enhance their gameplay experience, or if things will just flat out be a waste of money. And there's been a lot to talk about this week, so hopefully I didn't keep you all waiting too long. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on today's video. And if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online and even GTA Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So jumping right in, let's start with the big gold bar discount for the Bounty Hunter role and prestigious Bounty Hunter license. Absolutely 100% purchase this role and its role expansion if you're still missing out on that. While it has lost out on some of its superiority recently as the only role you can earn gold with, because before your options were just showdowns, stranger missions, and bounty hunter role, now you have a lot of blood money crimes and contracts and opportunities to mix in for fun and variety. So the focus on just a role giving you ways to earn more gold isn't as important, but this is still one of the ultimate roles for Red Dead Online, and your gold earning potential will shoot up to an easy 1.5 gold bars per hour. And yes, while Trader, Moonshiner, and Call to Arms are all double money for the next month, so is Legendary Bounties, and for 10 minutes of your time, you're still earning over $340 on the top tier Legendary Bounty hunts. And it's not necessarily passive income and passive money like Trader and Moonshiner, but it's still a great vehicle for major gold and cash gains as you continue to pursue that RDO adventure that you've always wanted. And if you want some tips on the Bounty Hunter role, whether you're new to the game or just looking for advice from a player with over 4,000 hours, feel free to check out the many gold and Bounty Hunter guides on my channel to answer all your questions. Moving on, the Bounty Hunter role, Breton Horses are also discounted at 40% off. The Breton is a powerful breed and an instant favorite among those horse enthusiasts out there. And the name derives from the Breton region of France, where they were bred for thousands of years, and they stand at around 16 hands high. And just some other info, the Breton horses were ridden by the Celts. They're bulky, heavy-set breed of horses capable of draft work, but they're also used as war horses due to their gait and disposition in-game as well. And I have a roll horses ranking list from worst to best on my channel that you're welcome to check out if you'd like to go watch, where we go into tons of detail on the behavior of these beasts. But in short, if you have an extra stable stall ready to be filled, this is a fantastic choice for it. Now, both sniper rifles in Red Dead Online are also 40% off. This is for the Carcano rifle and the rolling block rifle, and when it comes to weapons in Red Dead Online, ultimately you'll want to collect them all when you have the cash. But for players who are sitting here right now trying to decide between one or the other, let's go over them both. In most cases, the Carcano rifle is going to perform better than the rolling block due to the much higher DPS advantage that it has, and this means it fares much better against players with tank builds, tonic players, and for PvE as much as possible over anything else. But the rolling block sits at a special niche in this game where it offers just a little bit more damage, allowing it to maintain a one-shot kill status on non-tank and tonic users, unlike the Carcano rifle, and all it needs is Sharpshooter as an ability card instead of both Sharpshooter and Peak Condition like the Carcano rifle requires for one-shot kills on those same enemies. Now, the damage difference that we talked about is very minuscule. The Carcano rifle deals 101.1 damage, and the rolling block deals 121 damage, but the rolling block requires a reload after every shot fired, where the Carcano rifle allows you to fire up to 6 rounds before needing to reload. So in most situations, the Carcano rifle is going to be the victor in these gameplay situations. And lastly, up on our list of big ticket discounts you still have 3 weeks to take advantage of, we have the Bounty Hunter Wagon. And if you just picked up the role, you might as well pick up this Bounty Hunter Wagon when you get enough money as well. Bounties get considerably harder as a solo player when you have to hunt down 2 bounties, 4, or even 6 targets, so you might as well come prepared with the vehicle that you can use to store all of your targets after you hogtie them, as they can't escape this vehicle. But just be careful, because this vehicle can still be destroyed by enemies or other players if they kill the horses pulling the wagon, or if they blow up your entire wagon with dynamite or dynamite arrows. Now, we also have discounts on the bolus, which you should also pick up this week. Ammo as well, which I would recommend just run express ammo exclusively for that damage bonus modifier. But then we also have discounts on bandoliers and roll weapon variants, which we won't really cover because they don't change any of your stats and they're purely cosmetic. So it's totally up to you if it's worth it and if it will enhance the gameplay for you personally. But I think with all of that said, let's jump into a bounty so you can see how all your supplies and equipment can help help you out on a tier 5 legendary bounty. Luckily for us, we could basically use all the equipment during one of these missions so you can see just how helpful each discounted item is. So during a week where you have the bounty hunter wagon, the bounty hunter roll, the prestigious bounty hunter license, both the Carcano and rolling block sniper rifles, Breton horses, and the bolus, basically everything related to the bounty hunter roll is on discount like we've talked about this video. What better way to show it all off than individually, but of course showing it all off basically while you're doing a mission and what the experience is like. So as you can see right now, I mean, I'm wearing my own custom bounty hunter outfit, which I have in my best outfits video part 3. I have a new Breton horse which I purchased. It's actually one of the mid-tier Bretons. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I really like the coat, so I want to try it out because I've never actually owned this one before. I own both the steel gray one, and I think it was the melee dapple, but we're gonna use both the rolling block and the Carcano, and I have the sawed-off shotguns just in case I run into trouble and I need to kill someone fast, because obviously sniper rifles up close aren't the way. I wouldn't run a legendary bounty hunter mission with 2 snipers, but these are the ones that are on discount this week. So you guys can see, you know, you aim in the upper body. I'm using express rounds on these things. The rolling block, depending on where you hit them, it's gonna be a 1 to 2 shot kill. Same with the Carcano rifle, but of course, like I said, on tier 5 legendary bounties, it's funny with these enemies, they actually have health bars, so you can kind of see how much damage you're doing onto them. You know, if you hit them like in the clavicle or something. We're gonna shoot this guy in the neck. Insta kill. That's nice. And let's get you. Bop. I'm like kind of purposely aiming for the body because I want to see how much damage it does. This lady, she didn't die, but let's give her a nice execution. Wait. We gotta wait for it to... Oh! Okay, lady. Bam! Don't try that again. Well, guess what? You can't because you're dead. Switch the Carcano. We'll try this one out. What I love about the Carcano is, of course, you get the 6 bullets. You need to reload 6 times less than with the Carcano than you do with the rolling block. While the rolling block does have the slight damage edge than the Carcano, it's not going to come into practice all too well, and you have a lower damage per second like we were talking about because of that fact that, you know, you have to fire once, reload, etc. With the Carcano, you can fire 6 times, and then you have a quick magazine reload. And this Breton is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. You know, the Breton is probably the roll horse I use the least because I usually don't have it in my stable, but now I replaced it with my Gypsy Cob because I needed room to make this video, and honestly, what a fantastic horse. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. All roll horses are amazing, but like, man, the Bretons I think are very underrated. In my opinion, just because I don't use it that much. So, in my gameplay experience, is pretty underrated. And if you don't have one, it definitely is worth a spot in everyone's stable. We got him. Okay, so that took about 40 shots, I think. We had like 62 before we started fighting this guy. And, you know, we fought a few other enemies in the meantime. But about 15-20 shots, honestly not that bad with the Carcano and the rolling block as a mix. So now you get to see some Bounty Hunter Wagon gameplay as well, in case you guys haven't owned it. You know, maybe you've seen some gameplay on YouTube, but this vehicle really, it does come in handy. Of course, for one target, obviously this is not I just put it on the back of my horse and bring this guy into jail, but when you are running, you know, 2-man bounties solo, 4-man bounties solo, 6-man bounties solo, the Bounty Hunter Wagon is one of the most useful tools in the game. This is going to be a 12-minute mission. I'm going to make 32 gold nuggets for this, and probably about, I would say, $370. We're going to see what the final payout is. And the mission is complete. Oh, actually, I didn't spend 12 minutes on it. I spent 11 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're not getting the 32 gold nuggets, but we're still going to get a lot of money. My guess is between $350 and $370. $348, almost on target. If we spent 12 minutes on this mission, we would have gotten the 350 flat. So that was an amazing payout for literally 12 minutes of our time right there.